This video is going to be about the truth about retiring and aging in the Philippines. What did I get right and what did I get wrong? But first, I'd like to start out with a calming influence. First, I'd like to give credit to my other digital creators. This was prompted by Mike's Philippine retirement. And also, I want to give credit to Dr. Joe Dispenza and Tony Robbins. I will be referencing content from each of these creators. I am 71 years young. The God Principles living in the Philippines is about a holistic lifestyle that I've been living for quite a long time. What I had learned is, before I even got here, which was December 2nd, 2022, back in 2010, back in the States in Chicago, in my neighborhood, I used to help the senior citizens in my neighborhood. And one of the things that allowed me to do was I got to see the health issues that they were going through. And they would talk to me about what they were going through, but also what the cause and the solutions were. The most important one was a woman across the street. I used to fix her breakfast in the morning, and I had to see her dietitian because she was going through coronary heart failure. That meeting was surprising to me because the dietitian showed me the things that we thought were normal were actually causing her a problem. For instance, those sausages, those pre-made breakfast sausages had 1,400 milligrams of salt. Her daily intake was only supposed to be 1,400 normally. And with coronary heart failure, it had to be cut down to 700 to 1,000. Which meant those 2 breakfast sausages that I would fix her in the morning, she couldn't have no more salt the rest of the day. I started looking at my diet, it's like, wow, if it's causing her that problem, let me go ahead and eliminate it out of my diet altogether. I don't eat those breakfast sausages. I don't even eat sausages here. The next thing I learned was about red meat, pork, and in the States, a lot of those meats have antibiotics in it and weight enhancers, water. So I've been very cautious about what I ate for the last 20 years. Due to the lifestyle I was living, I was basically eating a lot of peanut butter, oatmeal, eggs. I haven't had dairy products in at least 40, no more like 30 years, because it's totally unnormal for humans to even eat, to drink or eat the dairy products from other animals. That is unnatural. So I've stopped all of that stuff. And what else you should know, as living a holistic lifestyle, I am in recovery. I'm a recovering addict, and I'm about to celebrate 10 years. My clean date is August 18th, 2015. And when I came into recovery, I started learning all these other practices which would assist me in having a healthy lifestyle. Because my family, my dad didn't pass, he was 90. My aunt didn't pass till she was almost 100. My grandmother, she lived to over 100, but she had Alzheimer's. So I've been very studious about finding out how to avoid these health issues. And first of all, they come from what we eat. Even here in the Philippines, rice and diabetes is a big deal. Diabetes is caused by sugar. So is glaucoma, Alzheimer's. All of these particular illnesses come from eating the wrong foods. That is the first part of living a healthy lifestyle, and you can actually reverse the aging process. This is what I've discovered. Tony Robbins, I listened to him one time. If you don't know, he has a disease. It's called a gigantis disease. He has some kind of growth on his spine that causes him to grow abnormally large. But it also has some benefits. The benefits are his body regenerates faster than normal human beings. He was talking about how he went to the doctor to get something done about it because he's so wealthy, he can get access to doctors that normal people will never see. So he was explaining that if he had that tumor removed off his spine, he would lose these mutant type abilities for his body to regenerate and continue to regenerate, and his health would decrease. So he left them in place. However, he also said that we have medicine coming that's going to change our lifespan and our lifestyle permanently. In particular, he mentioned stem cells. Stem cells are now being used in knees. It's being used to help your liver, your kidneys, all kinds of things. And these type of technologies are on the way if you have the monetary wherewithal and ability to afford them. However, one of the things that I practice, because I do not want to become a diabetic, is I eat a keto lifestyle. This has been proven to keep you off of diabetes, help manage your blood sugar and those spikes, because those spikes actually contribute to an early death because it's burning yourself internally. I do not eat sugar at all. I use stevia or nothing at all. But here are the benefits of it. When you go into an intermittent fasting, science has shown that your body will naturally produce stem cells. After like 12 to 24 hours, your stomach will produce stem cells. As you go longer, other parts of your body, it will produce even more stem cells. Stem cells are the basic ingredient from which your body is generated. When we are children, the stem cells come from the mother and it helps grow our body. So when we go into ketosis, doing intermittent fasting, the body starts producing these stem cells and they start going out regenerating the body. Any type of damage done, it starts to burn up the harmed cells. It's like it starts to regenerate itself normally. In effect, it is reversing the aging process. I've done this several times and I can tell you it is true. Next, Dr. Joe Dispenza. This is some very latest information. Talks about the quantum field. He has discovered that the human body produces an electromagnetic field, energy from our brain and from our heart. It is measurable. And what this shows is that we can emit a thought from our brain and it will go into the quantum field, because the whole earth is a quantum field, electromagnetic energies. You ever wonder how the body produces electricity? They have discovered that we produce electricity from our eyes. It's a particular light frequency that when it enters our eyes, it turns it into electricity and it goes to our brain, and we start to use those signals all through our body. So by doing this, we're now able to manipulate our body in a healthy fashion, but they must be in sequence. Have you ever noticed how you can think of someone and all of a sudden you hear from them? That is that quantum field. I'm going to share this last story with you because it's very important. In the year 2000, I was going through some serious health issues. And I was sitting in my bedroom and I was asking God, I said, God, I don't want to be alone. It would be nice if I had a dog to keep me company during this illness. The phone rang. And it was my brother. He was at work. He was a truck dispatcher. And he was saying that there was a truck driver that had just brought a dog in from Michigan off a farm. It was a black Labrador retriever. He asked me, what should he do? I told my brother to bring him home because I had just asked God for a dog. I knew this. My brother didn't. The reason I bring that up is because the Bible talks about God will give you the desires of your heart. Dr. Joe Dispenza, they have measured the effect of the heart. The heart sends out a signal, just like the brain. But the heart signal is 5 times stronger than the brain. Now, when I meditated on this, that meant that my heart was sending out this signal a year in advance. The universe answered it with producing a dog way in Michigan. I'm in Chicago. And then it shows up in Chicago just at the point where I'm asking God for it. The Bible says that God will show up, don't show up when you want him, but when he shows up, it'll be right on time. Which means that's his verification that the heart is generating a signal to the universe to respond for what Charles needs. I've got stuff here to show that, and I'm going to show that in other videos, and I've talked about it, how things are showing up in my life without me even asking. I'm going to ask that you subscribe to this video, and I'm going to continue to produce videos along the holistic and spiritual life path. The other thing, if you noticed here, this is a Tibetan singing bowl. What it does is it produces a frequency which relaxes the body. Mindful meditation is another process that I had learned and I practice so I don't let my body get stressed. I don't pick up anger, and I'm able to modulate my body signals. One of the things that I'm going to share with you, and then I'm going to end this video, is when you are mindful of your emotional state, because stress is a killer, it will allow your body to not suffer. Because when you think about it, when you get angry, the only one suffering is yourself. It is not a good state to be in. We've learned in recovery that when I get angry, it's usually caused by a subconscious thought. And I did the work, and I went through all those subconscious thoughts whenever they occurred, and I asked myself this question whenever I feel them coming: have I ever felt it before? Because what I'm looking for is a harbored resentment in my subconscious mind, which is starting to display itself. And I've worked on this process to the point where I'm mindful. I live just in the moment. I'm able to be present in my own life, and I'm able to have another level of communication with intuition in my life. In the comments in this video, I'm going to leave some links to my newsletter and website if you want to sign up, because I produce articles and other videos along this subject. And I invite you to come along, because there are things about health, there's going to be things about mindfulness, and other topics of interest as far as how to manage your finances and so on. My name is Charles. Thank you for watching.